Good evening. My name is Rita Maguire, and I am the Executive Vice President and General Counsel for Florence Copper. I appreciate the opportunity to speak tonight to the EPA on behalf of Florence Copper to endorse the issuance of the Class 3 Underground Injection Control Permit. I began working on the Florence Copper project in 2011. My particular area of legal and professional expertise is on the groundwater and surface water management regimes here in Arizona. Florence Copper has gone through an extensive and comprehensive review of its proposal to construct an in-situ copper recovery facility. The EPA and 3 state regulatory agencies have regulatory oversight authority on this project, each in their own way, under their own independent statutory authorities, are dedicated to preserving and protecting groundwater supplies in the aquifer directly beneath our feet. This project is environmentally sound. Florence Copper has a number of speakers here tonight to speak to the design, the construction, and the operation of its facility. My purpose is to address a few issues outside of the scope of the science of in-situ recovery, but may be of concern to the local residents and to the members of this panel. The first issue is the quantity of water that will be used to recover the copper oxide from the site. Some are concerned that it will use a lot of water. That's typical in a desert environment and wholly appropriate. And perhaps the use of that water would come at the expense of residential growth in the area. In fact, Florence Copper's test facility will use less than 100 acre-feet a year during its 2-year operation. And if it is permitted to move into full-scale commercial operation, it will use less than 1,500 acre-feet per year. By comparison, a farm on the Florence Copper property could use up to 3,500 acre-feet of water per year, and residential housing development could use up to 3,000 acre-feet per year. The in-situ recovery process actually uses less water than most types of farming and will use substantially less water than required by residential development on the same area of land. The second concern is the potential impacts of the test facility on nearby drinking water wells. The closest well is 1.6 miles away from the Florence Copper site. And before any well can be drilled, the Arizona Department of Water Resources has to determine how that well will affect adjacent wells. And they have to show a 100-year ability to pump water at its maximum capacity without impact. This is true for the Johnson utility wells. This is true for the town of Florence's wells. So I can assure you that Florence Copper's property or pumping will not affect the operations of those water utilities. Thank you very much.